All right, welcome back, everyone. I am still in the imps mood. I am coming off that imps weekend, and I'm just feeling it. And I was pretty disappointed in the last one because of that qubit by the robot. So I want to redeem myself a little bit here. So let's do it. We have a, let's see, 14 count with a 5 card heart suit. Partner opened the bidding a club. 3 spades on our right, which is weak. I don't really have a great bid here. Can't bid 3 now. 4 hearts is risky. Can't double really with 3 diamonds. What would the robot take that as? Just a negative double. Okay, that's better. So let's negative double. And now partner's saying that they have a stopper, which is perfect. All right. So we're in imps. It doesn't matter which of these games we're in at the beginning here in terms of extra tricks we can get. So it looks like we're going to get 5 clubs, a spade. That is 6, 2 diamonds. That is 8. And the game will be relatively easy. We likely missed a slam here. And that is sometimes what preemptive bids do. So I wonder if I bid 4 hearts. I don't know if it would be hard. It would be really hard. So anyways, we're in 3-no trump. First thought here is I'm going to finesse West for the Queen of Hearts. East has shown about 7 spades in a weak hand. I have 4, so West has 2 most likely. So the odds are, 70-80% chance that West has the Queen of Hearts. And if they have Queen third, I could potentially take 5 clubs, 5 hearts. I would lose 1 trick here. So let's just get started. And we might be able to take all the tricks. But I'm wide open now in the spade suit, and I'm playing imps. So I'm much more inclined just to take my tricks. So I have plenty of entries, so I'm just going to start taking clubs. And I'm going to note how many East started with, which is 1. So they've broken 3-1. So let's put East with 7 spades, 1 club, and let's see if they pitch anything but spades. I doubt they will, but you never know with the robots. There's a diamond. Okay, Jack of diamonds. So we should be able to have East's exact shape, because that looks like a very high pitch, although again the robots are kind of random. And another spade. So I'm going to pitch a diamond here. There's a heart. It's good. So I'm going to play a diamond. Okay, so we should know East's exact shape. So East should actually have 4 hearts here. We know they have 1 diamond, they had 1 club, and their 3-level overcall shows 7 or more spades. It doesn't really make sense to finesse them. Let's just see what happens here. I'm not going to try anything crazy. Yeah, okay. They had 4 hearts. All right. Usually, when you're overcalling is a little bit different, but usually try to not open weeks with 4 of the other major, but you can see their exact shape here, which was 7 spades, 1 diamond, 1 club. If I was playing match points, those extra tricks are important, and so whenever I'm running a long suit, I'm just trying to count how many the other opponent has, so I can try to get some kind of a relevance of what that hand looks like. And in this situation, it didn't really matter. I was in 3-0. we got 2.5 imps, but just good practice to get into. Okay, so this is a 13 count, 5-5 hand. Open up a heart. Partner bids 2 spades, which is a nice hand with spades. And I have just a normal kind of rebid here. I can show my diamond suit. So partner bid 3 spades. And I would imagine this has at least 6. It does. I have shortness in the ace of spades. So even if they lead spades, I can hopefully get to my partner's hand and ruff a club. It looks like they're going to lead clubs. So, I mean, I'm just going to bid 4. It's kind of automatic. Yeah. So they're white and we're red. So they're going to try to sacrifice where they can. So now I have a decision. I could pass is out of the option. They are sacrificing. They are not expecting to make this. You can see that East passed West 2 club bid over my partner's 2 spade bid. So they're just sacrificing, and it's very effective. You have to take into consideration the colors. They're white and we're red. So if we make this game, we get 620. And even if we double them, if we get them down 3, that is 500 points. They're still going to do better than us. So we need to set this 5 tricks. And that's, likely. But are we going to set it 4? Or should we bid 5 spades? So there's a saying, the 5 level belongs to the opponents. This is the best hand tournament. I know my partner has at maximum 13 points. They would have made a forcing bid here if they had more than that. So they probably do have a little bit less. So what do I need from partner to make 5 spades? King, queen, 6 of spades. Little in clubs. If they have no wasted points in clubs, could be interesting. So king, queen, 6 of spades would leave room for, I don't know, ace, jack of diamonds, ace, jack, third of diamonds, in which I'd be finessing through West, which looks like it would be good. So let's say I'm going to lose a club. I might be able to set up my hearts. So I'd lose a club and I'd lose a club and a dime in that situation, hopefully. Alternatively, partner doesn't have 3 hearts. If they did, we would just be talking about a heart game. So partner could have queen and 1, heart, king, queen of spades, 7, ace of diamonds. And that would require a 3-3 heartbreak potentially. I think that's down 1. If partner has 2 small hearts, I could rough out their hearts, but I don't have enough entries to dummy. Can't really rough clubs. I only have the ace of spades as a guaranteed entry. I don't think we make 4 spades. Could be wrong, but these situations are difficult. So I'm just going to double. I'm just trying to make up for the points of them making a good sacrifice. So partners led the 9. That tells me that most likely partner has a doubled in heart, which is what we thought. And let's take stock. So I could win the ace king of hearts. Well, let's just make sure this holds first. I mean, obviously it will, but let's just see what they play, the 3. So the 4, what am I missing here? the 4, Jack is out. 4 and Jack. So partner wouldn't have led with a 9 from Jack 9. So I can be sure at this point that it's a doubleton. If I play the ace, it sets up the Queen of Hearts as a trick. I know they're going to get after clubs, but I'm stopped in spades. I'd be stopped in hearts. And I'm feeling like we might try to get the diamonds going here a little bit. So I know partner doesn't have the ace king of diamonds, otherwise they would have let it. But if partner has the king, maybe king 10-9. So if I'm looking from their hand, they're going to want to try to pitch those hearts on something. And what might West have in order to pitch those? He's really just going to try to rough them. So I'm thinking we obviously can't get trump off the board. So I'm just going to switch to a low diamond. So that doesn't look good. Partner went with the ace. They're going to know what to shift. Maybe they do have the king. I mean, they should play the king from. I mean, they don't have the king of diamonds. Let's just be clear. But if they have to lead hearts from the board, I know Declarer has the jack of hearts. Do I want to overtake this? Don't really think it matters. So they're going to win the king. All right. And the diamond, there's the jack that we kind of knew they had, and the rest of this hand is over. Okay. So let's look at the results screen here. So do we make 5 spades? Wow. Yeah. So we're going to lose a club. And it depends. So they're going to lead a club. It depends how the defense goes, but 5 spades should be just fine here. As a massive hand, my partner. Do not expect them to have a 7 card suit. You know, if I'm partner and I'm seeing my partner double, if I'm north, I see my partner double, it's kind of showing that I kind of have the minimum of what I've said, but we can't let them play 5 clubs undoubled. If I pass, it'd be a slightly stronger hand, I think. But north sitting with 7 spades should just bid 5 spades. I have no idea. Like every hand analysis I did was putting partner with 5 spades, or excuse me, 6 spades. The 7th spade is really, really important. And partner has no wasted value in clubs. So they actually had less points than I was anticipating. But, you know, 5 spades with depending on the defense should make here. So looks like we lost 5. Some people competed to 5 spades. But, you know, I'm going to blame the robot there. So let's pick up this hand and keep going. This is a 16 count. I'm thinking between 1 no trump and 1 spade. This is IMPs. I'm going to bid a spade because I have an easy rebid. In match points, I might bid a no trump, but I'm just going to open up a spade here. Partner bids 2 spades. So now I'm interested in game. Partner could have, 9 bad 10 points over there. I do not like the positioning of my diamonds. I have king and jack doubled in, and West has just shown probably ace queen. So I'm definitely not going to bid game myself. That's out of the question. I might even want to go low here, but I feel like that's a little bit timid. So I'm going to make a game try and just bid 3 clubs. So here we are. So this should just be sign off. That's kind of like the minimum of their 2 spades. So in Old Bridge, I would bid 3 spades invitational, and then partner would either pass or bid 4 spades. This is a help suit game try. So it's saying, look, I'm interested in game. Do you have any high card points in this suit? And maybe we have a kind of a double fit. So it's a more descriptive way to try to find game. And now West has made a lead directing double, which is odd because they're on lead. But, oh, sorry, it's a takeout double. So, yeah, it's a takeout double. Sorry. Thought that was artificial for a second. So they have some points over there, and we'll see what they lead. And here we are. So it does look like we're going to lose 2 diamonds, and we're going to lose a spade for sure. So we have to avoid a heart loser. And West has led a passive club. So I am going to win this. I would really like to keep East off lead. I don't think that there is an easy way for me to do that immediately besides just drawing trump and hope West wins it with the ace. Okay. All right. I like that. There we go. Perfect. So now I can claim. So you can see that on the result screen here, West did have ace queen of diamonds. And so my king jack of diamonds is worthless. And so as you count your points at the beginning, you pick up your hand, you're sorting your cards, you're counting your points. The bidding can massively change how much your hand is worth. I have seen some 11 counts be better than 16 counts. I mean, this hand is a perfect example. This is a 16 count, but you know, it's also a bit garbage. It is not as good as a 16 count after West has shown a 2 diamond overcall red. So I gave it a help suit game try, and you can argue that maybe at match points you wouldn't. I think it's probably still worth it, but that's not really the point. The point is you have to kind of adjust how much value you think your hand has based on the auction. And so, again, you can see that those 4 points were completely worthless. So we picked up 0.6 imps, and we are at the last board, and this is a 13 count. Partners opened. Okay, so we know we are in game territory. I'm going to bid 2 diamonds. I think that's, in this robot system, I think it's just promising 4, which I don't play, but that's fine. I could also bid 2 clubs to try to not give away my diamond suit. I don't think that's, because if I'm playing no trump, I want them, well, they're probably going to lead hearts anyway. I'm just going to bid 2 diamonds. All right, so I don't think that this promises 6. So we're already in a game forcing auction. I'm just going to bid 2 no trumps. I have like a balanced hand. So this should promise 6. So I would certainly hope that partner has 6 spades, and we are in imps, and they have got a max of 13 points. I'm a little bit worried about that club suit. I could lose, 4 clubs in the ace of hearts, for example. So I'm just going to put us into a spade game. Those are very nice spades, about as good as you can get. Okay. I like the lead. It looks like we're going to be able to pitch a club on the queen of diamonds. So I'm looking at this from North's perspective. I have no spade losers. I have maybe 2 heart losers. I have 3 club losers. So that's 5 losers. I'm going to be able to pitch. So I'm going to win this with the king. I'm going to draw trump. I'm going to play a diamond over to the ace. I'm going to play the queen of diamonds. I'm going to pitch a club. So now I just have to get rid of one other loser. And I know that East does not have the Jack 10 of diamonds. So playing the 9 would be a waste. So let's just play a low diamond here and see if West produced the 10. Okay. So let's go look at the bid. No one bid it, so West passed initially. So let's just get started on the spades. And they are breaking for us. All right, there's a diamond. So what I'm thinking about now is, do I want to try the diamond finesse to the 9 so I can pitch 2 clubs and hope that East led away from the Jack of diamonds? That is one way to make the contract, because then I can lose 2 hearts and I would only lose 1 club. Alternatively, I could play a heart up to either the Jack or the King. The problem with that is if it loses, they're just going to take 3 clubs. So I'd have to guess whatever East had. So what do we know about the hands so far? I know East started with 3 spades. They led the 5 of diamonds, which is low. West produced the 10 and then the 2. So West also had the 10. And if East led the 5, that means if they don't have the Jack, then they led the 5 from 8, 7, 5, 3 or something. And they lead 4th best. So why would they lead the 5 if they had 8, 7, 5? They might lead the 5 from 8, 7, 5. But wouldn't they rather lead away from the club honor? What if they had, maybe they're just trying to make a passive lead. I still feel like their best chance to defeat the contract would be to try to set up diamonds. I bid diamonds, so it's strange. Maybe they're leading shortness. Alternatively, I can play a diamond to the ace, then the queen, and maybe the Jack falls. So maybe they led, actually, it's looking like they led from 5-3 or 5-4. Can't remember the first spot I had. So they probably led a doubleton. To lead my suit would be strange. So West has pitched the 2, and if East started with 2, that means West has started with 5 diamonds, which means they have 3 left, which means my plan would not work to finesse. I'm going to go with my thinking that East started with a doubleton. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why would they lead a diamond when I bid diamonds? Okay, so we're not dead yet. I could lead a club and have them lead maybe hearts for me. Like roughing a diamond's not going to do anything. I mean, I'm going to play a club. Now they're probably just going to play it. Okay, now they'll play a diamond. All right. So West started with 5 diamonds, 3 spades, and 5 diamonds, 3 spades, 2 clubs. I should have been paying more attention to the club suit. Let's just draw around here. Okay, there's a heart. All right, so there we go. Oh, that was a lot of work. Okay, I mean, so we got 3 M's finished, 6, a little bit better than last time. So East, you're East and you're on lead. What do you lead? I mean, I'm leading a spade all day long. South has just shown diamonds. Now, maybe they were trying to catch West with shortness in diamonds. It depends on the system. So if your opponents are bidding 2 diamonds here, promising 5, and you're sitting East, maybe you're trying to lead a diamond and catch your partner maybe with a singleton. So you lose the first trick. You know they're going to start running spades though. So that lead would make more sense if I was East and I had, instead of the ace of clubs, the ace of spades. And that way, once they start drawing spades, I can just win the first spade and then play another diamond to hope to give my partner a diamond ruff. So that could potentially be what they were thinking about. I would have just led a spade most likely and try to be patient with my tricks. I'm not the best leader in the world. So that's just, I mean, at the table I picked this up, I'm going to be leading a spade. And the fact that North has shown 6 spades and I'm looking at 3 small ones, it looks like the finesse of spades is on. So if I lead a diamond and Dummy's able to win, they're going to be able to likely finesse West out of any spade honor they have, and they're just going to enjoy their diamond suit in peace. So I think the diamond lead is not something that I would do, and it does have some merit, which I just went over, but I'd just be leading a spade here. So I hope you enjoyed. Imps are a blast. I feel like I go in waves where I love imps and I love match points. I'm in one of those imps phases right now. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It helps me out. Leave a comment if you would have played differently. I'm open to any perspectives, and I'll see you at the next game.